What a great video. It is a great video highlighting the many contributions to a deepening connection with Africa. And now I have the distinct honor to introduce the recipients of the 2025 Global Ambassador Award. And I think the video might have given everyone a little bit of a clue, but each year, the World Trade Center St. Louis recognizes an individual or organization whose work strengthens our global connectivity and enhances the profile of St. Louis internationally. In keeping with our theme, we are awarding two very special organizations this year: the African Chamber of Commerce and Vitendo for Africa. Founded in 2017, the African Chamber of Commerce has been a tireless advocate for African businesses, entrepreneurs, and professionals. And in just a very short period of time, the Chamber has grown in size and in scope, supporting a robust network of African-owned businesses while educating the community about the power and potential of a bilateral trade and investment between St. Louis and the African continent. Vitendo is a Swahili word that means action. And the founder and executive director, Geoffrey Soyiantet, perfectly embodies that phrase. Started in 2009, Vitendo for Africa has been offering an array of events, programs, and leadership training to welcome, connect, and ensure the personal and economic success of African immigrants who call St. Louis home. Together, these two organizations and their members connect St. Louis to Africa culturally, economically, and people to people. They have both been at the table leading the discussions and the work on a new potential sister city in Africa, and have helped to reinforce that it's not just about one particular city or one particular country, but a larger Africa strategy for the long-term benefit of all. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our honor to present the 2025 World Trade Center Global Ambassador Awards to African Chamber of Commerce and Vitendo for Africa. And accepting on behalf of these organizations, Dr. Linda Faas, President of the Chamber, and Geoffrey Soyiantet, who is the founder and executive director of Vitendo for Africa.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Thank you. On behalf of our chair lady, Arinola Solanke, and board members, some are here today, our founding chairman, Jeff, and our founding president, Segun Babalola, he's out there somewhere. We would like to thank you for this incredible Ambassador Award given to the African Chamber of Commerce by the World Trade Center and its board of directors. This recognition is not just a moment of pride. It's a testament to the power of our shared vision and the impact we're making together. I have seen up close how the African Chamber of Commerce changes lives and businesses here in St. Louis. Just recently, a professional contact asked for assistance to connect with an oil engineer in an African country. He had a specific African country he wanted to get connected with. We made that connection for him very quickly. Or when we are approached to connect an African-owned business here in St. Louis to provide services for an African-themed event, those type of connections are very easy to make. For the last 8 years, our incredible team of volunteers, ordinary people with extraordinary passion, we all have worked tirelessly, shouting from the rooftops, sometimes literally, "You don't need to be African to join us. You don't need to cross oceans to do business with Africa or hire an African that's here in St. Louis. We are connecting you with the African's vibrant market, rich cultures, and boundless potential through our sister city programs, trade missions, tourism, mission trips, and more. We've carried this mission forward with passion, tenacity, but with very little funding. but only with the support of our community's belief in us. But today, I'm here to issue a challenge to every African in this room, to every person who has done business in Africa, to those that have traveled to Africa or dreams of its possibilities. African Chamber of Commerce St. Louis is here to empower, connect, and uplift. And if you feel moved, I humbly ask you to consider supporting us financially. Your contributions can help us reach further, share more resources, and strengthen the ties between St. Louis and Africa. Together, we can amplify the African community's voice here and globally, and then continue to grow St. Louis's economy. This mission is about anyone with a spark for Africa. We welcome Africans, non-Africans. Join us and support us in building partnerships, fostering growth, and creating a legacy of opportunity. Once again, I want to extend my deepest thanks to the World Trade Center, Mosaic Project, and St. Louis's business community for this extraordinary Ambassador Award. This honor is a call to keep building. It's a call to keep bridging, and a call to keep breaking barriers. And I say again, building, bridging, and breaking barriers. So let us do this together. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here and believing in us, and for joining the 24,000 Africans that are here in St. Louis on this journey. Thank you so much.
That was good. Thank you, Linda, for the great work you're doing in St. Louis. We appreciate you. Good afternoon. On behalf of Vitendo for Africa and more than 30,000 African immigrants who now call St. Louis home, it is a true honor to accept the growing Global Ambassador Award. First, I wanted to thank my wife, Purity, seated somewhere over there, and our children, Anne, Abigail, and James, along with Vitendo for Africa Board of Directors, volunteers, staff, and partners. Your love and support make this work possible. Over 13 years ago, I met Tim Nawak, who shared his unforgettable experience in Kenya. He was even given a Kikuyu name, Juguna, which means one who brings wealth, or a provider. And that simple conversation planted a seed for trade mission to Africa. Since then, we have seen incredible growth. The Africa Chamber of Commerce, partnership with St. Louis Mosaic Project, the Kenya Kids exhibit at Magic House, and today's historic theme, Africa Rising. To our African friends and partners, Tim, Ronley, Stella, Annie, Suzanne, Betsy, Shagun Babalola, and Mr. Gilberto. Thank you for your vision, your consistency, and your commitment to uplifting immigrant community here in St. Louis. Vitendo for Africa is humbled to work with World Trade Center and local organizations to bring healing to immigrants' children through art and dance therapy in more than 30 schools here in St. Louis, to settling hundreds of nurses and teachers into hospitals and schools that are doing great work here in St. Louis, and to mentoring thousands of youth who are preparing for college and careers. For over 16 years, we have empowered more than 25,000 immigrants and refugees from 27 nationalities, creating a lasting impact here in St. Louis and beyond. Today, Africa is a rising global force with 1.3 billion people, thriving middle class, and growing opportunities. With Lufthansa direct flight to Germany, the upcoming Africa Trade Mission are here in Kenya and Rwanda, and the Senegal sister city and Kigali sister city. The ship has really taken off. And as we say in Modot Traction Youth, we say buckle up, phone down. Today I add, sit back, open your eyes. Open them to the horizons of Africa Rising, where markets are expanding, partnerships are waiting, and history is being written. As we also remember the African proverb, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. Thank you, St. Louis, for walking this journey with us. Thank you, St. Louis, for walking this journey with us. Together, we're building bridges and empowering communities and embracing boundless of opportunities of a rising Africa. Asante sana.